Hey, Weed and Freak 976 here with the truth, and got a video to do. This one is going to be part 3 of my video series on weeding out the sick. And again, in the first 2 parts I told you everybody that about how it was basically for this cutting government spending and things like that. It basically is just them wanting, these right-wing reactionaries wanting to weed out really sick people, but a certain kind of sick people, because they know that they'd get a bunch of hell from people over, like, you know, again, people in wheelchairs and stuff. But again, I've said it before, you see people, regular people walking by, you know, and you're like, oh, they're okay, get a job, you lazy bum, you know. But they can't because their doctor tells them, well, you're sick. You gotta clean off the lens there. And, you know, they know what's wrong with them because they can see it inside. They have stuff like chronic depression and ulcers and things like that, you know, and just things that you can't see. And so, again, it goes back to people thinking that, oh, you're okay. What's wrong with you? You know, there's nothing wrong with you. Get to work. Well, truth be known that every day in our bodies is a struggle. It is a struggle every day just to get out of bed. Sometimes for people, especially people who have chronic back pain, chronic depression and stuff. I know a young lady who has chronic depression, and every day it's just a struggle for her to get through the day. You know, but if you were to look at her, she's very pretty. She's got very pretty looks. She's sweet. And, you know, she's got a good personality. So, you know, I can just see a lot of people now going, well, what's wrong with her? Well, she's chronically depressed. That's what's wrong with her. Her chemicals are imbalanced really bad. So it's kind of hard for her, you know, to really have a positive outlook on life, to want to do something. I mean, so, again, it goes back to people not having no empathy for people like her. It's kind of sad. I mean, you know, you gotta wonder, like, what purpose do these people serve? Okay, you ask that. Well, a lot of us have been used, our DNA has been used to find cures for diseases, because a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of time, what is like a flu shot and stuff? It's a modified version of the flu. So sometimes disease has been cured by just using the DNA of the disease that somebody had, like Lou Gehrig's disease and stuff. That was, you know, Lou Gehrig took the disease that he had, you know, the Lou Gehrig disease, and over time a cure was made. Well, you know, a cure was made. So that is what having our type of DNA, people like me, it can do. You know, I mean, we actually are important. We do serve. It's like we're like the X-Men in a way. Like when you think about Wolverine's my favorite, and all them, because, you know, we, in one of the storylines in the X-Men, like the 3rd movie, and in the comic book written by Joss Whedon, wonderful, astonishing X-Men. Pick it up if you don't. Go to a local comic shop and pick it up. The mutant cure was found, but how did they find that cure? They needed the mutants. So how do you find cures for this? Maybe then the DNA won't be corrupt anymore. We'll have pure DNA. You know, maybe one day people will find cures for what I got. A lot of things. But it won't happen unless we keep these people alive and we can experiment on DNA. You know, no, not human, but you get what I mean. Like, we can help bring cures about if we just help people spend more money on medical research and everything instead of cutting it. You know, let's cut. It's bullshit. You know, it's just code language for, we want you to die. We don't want to pay taxes for you. We're selfish bastards. You know, the Ron Paul generation who love this idiot. And, you know, like I said, at the GOP debate, when, you know, like I said, Wolf Blitzer was like to Ron Paul, you know, should he just die? And a few people just went, yeah, you know, there were some people who actually agreed with that. It's sickening. So the next time you think about putting down one of your fellow human beings just because they're sick, remember, every day when you get up and everything, yeah, there we go, it's easy for you. You just get up, you walk, you go to work. For us, it's a struggle to keep our heart under control, or to keep our mind functioning right, to make sure that we can walk really good and walk good without pain. It's a struggle. Every day is a struggle. And it's sad. It's really sad that people don't think that we have anything to contribute, or that we don't serve a purpose, that we can't do nothing. You know, brilliant minds and everything have come from people who have disabilities. Look at Stephen Hawkins. I know his is really visible and stuff, but still, the thing is, the man's brain, his body may not work well, but his brain is brilliant. So, Franklin Roosevelt was disabled. He was handicapped. I know, again, but again, you get the ideal that handicapped people serve a purpose in this society. We do. We mean a lot to this society. And the race realists use this, you know, because they know. Just like, I mean, I never thought in a million years my most successful video would be the Trayvon Martin video. And don't get me wrong, I want people to get upset that George Zimmerman has not been arrested for what's happened to that kid. But the fact of the matter is, the racists, the race realists in them jump on this stuff because they know that you'll gather people around somebody like Trayvon Martin easier than you will someone who's disabled. Because people look at disabled people, a lot of people, you know, and it's not just libertarians, sadly. Mostly that's who it is. But even like independents and stuff, they think that disabled people, they don't know the pain that we go through. They don't think that they're useful to society. And we have more violent crimes committed. I put that up in the last video. I'll put the other two up just in case you haven't seen them, for new people who may be new to my channel. I've been getting some new subscribers because of that Trayvon Martin video. But the thing is that it's an easy, for liberals, distraction is the race bait. And that's what it is. So, yeah, here's hoping that one day we'll stop just letting Ruka and her superiors, as they're called, sucker us in with more race baiting. When, yes, it's an important topic, but this one's important too, because blacks can have diseases, can be disabled, whites, Mexicans, Latinos, Asians, you name it. So in short, remember, one day you may have a disease yourself. I mean, now this video is about people who have genetically, you know, it was passed down to them. But I will get a little off topic just to say this. One day you never know. And that disease may be passed down to your child. Then tell me then, libertarians, right-wing reactionaries, tell me then that their life is not worth anything. Oh, one last thing. I want to show you something. See this? This is upstairs. I'm going upstairs. Okay, upstairs. There's the computer. There's my brother Sean, taking a nap. Not in my mother's basement, you stupid pieces of garbage.